Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Company Secretary News. So Company Secretary News is a weekly show where we give you all the updates about ICSI which is relevant for Company Secretary students, all the amendment related news, case laws and also business news. Thank you for your wonderful response for episode 1 and we want more of you to like this video, to watch this video and share it with your friends. The more people who watch it, we will be encouraged to do this. There is a lot of effort to do a show like this and all of it is being given free to you. So please do support us by just watching it and giving a thumbs up. On this week's news, we have some interesting news about ICSI and also a very important amendment which will increase the scope of company secretary profession and also a very nice update from the business world. Let us get into it. In our first segment, which is ICSI news, all of you may be knowing about DigiLocker. DigiLocker is the Government of India initiative where all your important documents like Aadhaar, PAN card, even your gas connection will be on an online locker which we call DigiLocker, and you can download your Aadhaar, etc. But now even the ICSI Professional Pass certificate can be downloaded on the DigiLocker. The members, like I'm a member of ICSI, members could already download the membership certificate, the certificate of practice certificate on DigiLocker. Now even professional pass certificate will be available on DigiLocker. A great news and very easy. You don't have to worry about the physical papers. Everything will be online and it is accepted by all the departments. A big thumbs up for ICSI for this initiative of professional certificate in the DigiLocker. Second thing is research is very important in any law for it to evolve. And ICSI wants students of company secretary to know more about research and get involved in research. That is why in the academic portal of ICSI, we have a new research tab where if you go to the tab, you will get the latest business news, latest case laws. So please do go there and try and you will get a very good understanding. It just takes 5 minutes. Please do try it. Next up in news is ICSI has a new MOU with central government public sector undertakings. It is called as SCOPE. SCOPE is Standing Conference of Public Enterprises. So this means that ICSI will be involving with public enterprises, government companies in many more ways in the days to come. Another good development in ICSI is that now we have voluntary group health insurance scheme for members of ICSI. Yes, today you are a student, but tomorrow you will become a member of ICSI. And let me tell you, health of you and your family is very important. When you buy health insurance policies from private players on an individual basis, it is quite expensive. But ICSI has a great plan where you will be having group insurance. Group insurance is much more lesser in cost and your entire family is covered. We should really understand these small developments by ICSI which really gives a secure feeling for all the members. So if you are a student, don't get worried. Once you become a member, you can opt for the ICSI health insurance where you and your family will get protected. Now we will move to the case law section, and this week's case is very interesting and something very basic. This week's case is about one company which did not file Form INC 20A. This is the case of Prikansh Azaida Private Limited in Raipur. Rule 23A of Companies Incorporation Rules tells that every company should file Form INC 20A, that is, to obtain a certificate of commencement of business within 180 days of the date of incorporation. That means if your company is incorporated today, from today within 180 days, you should take the money from your subscribers, you should allot the shares to the subscribers, and then you must file a form called INC 20A, which is to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs to request them to give a certificate of business commencement, that is commencement of business certificate, and the time limit is 180 days. But in this case, the company did not file within 180 days. In this case, the company was incorporated 9th of January 2021. That means before 9th of July 2021, they had to file Form INC 20A, but they could not file it, and that is why the ROC has imposed a penalty of 2 lakh rupees. that is quite a lot of money. If you file form INC 20A, it will be 500 or 600 rupees. That is all is your filing fees. This case clearly shows that companies can never take company secretaries or compliance lightly, because the cost of non-compliance is much higher than the cost of compliance. So this is a great news for company secretaries, because now companies will ensure that they will not take it lightly and they will listen to company secretaries, they will listen to practicing company secretaries. If I have to tell my own example, whenever we talk to clients after incorporation about this INC 20A, there are some clients who take it very lightly, who take it very easy, they don't respond to your emails. And now I sent this case to all those clients saying that you have also not filed within 180 days, so please be ready to expect a notice, please be ready to pay a penalty. That time immediately they told that no, let us file it immediately, and they filed the INC 20A. So case laws like this is something which will motivate companies to comply, because they will be scared of the penalty. Next up is amendment news. Amendment news is something which I want you to realize that every week there are some or the other amendments in company law, in FEMA, in securities laws, or overall what we call as corporate law. It could be IBC, it could be arbitration. So any amendment in any corporate laws will directly benefit people like company secretaries and obviously chartered accountants, lawyers and all of that. Our scope will increase and our role will increase. Why we are doing this ICSI news as a separate series is to make you understand that in 1 or 2 days you may not see a change. But when there are amendments and when there are changes in the law every week, every month, just imagine how much the scope will increase in a few years. It has already happened in the last 20 years, and now it will continue to happen in an accelerated format in the next 20 years. So for all the students there who feel that there is no scope for company secretary, this ICSI news and this company secretary news show which we are doing is a classic example and proof for you to stop talking absolute rubbish and look at the data, look at the facts, look at the reality before passing nonsense comments which has absolutely no basis. I want to thank everyone who gave lot of negative comments on our YouTube channel saying that ICSI is waste, company secretary course is nonsense, there is no scope. So this is a new show where every week we will start giving news with proof and evidence and start busting all the myths and all the nonsense that you guys speak. Another very big amendment is that private companies which are not classified as small companies should compulsorily dematerialize its securities. That means they cannot have physical share certificates, they should have demat shares. So all their shares must be dematerialized. Of course, they have 18 months time from the date it is no more a small company. For example, 31st March 2023, if there is a private company which is not a small company, that means if they have a paid up capital of more than 4 crores and or if they have a turnover of more than 40 crores, in that case, if any one condition is satisfied, they are no more a small company. So if they are not a small company on 31st March of 2023, 18 months, that means 30th September 2024, they have 18 months time from within which they have to voluntarily go and compulsorily make their shares in demat form. This is compulsory. So for any company from any year, so let us say there is another company 2024 March 31st, it ceases to be a small company. So from 2024 March 31st, they get 18 months time to make their shares in demat form. This is a great development, and whenever there is a dematerialized procedure, you need professionals like company secretaries to help you in the process. If you want to know more about this amendment, I have made a complete video. Please watch that video to get the complete details. This week we are starting a new segment, that is business news, and that is Tata Coffee is merging with Tata Consumer Goods. This is part of a larger plan of Tata Group to reorganize their companies and to consolidate multiple businesses to get scale. I was watching an interview of N. Chandrasekaran, who is the chairman of Tata Sons as a whole group. They are planning to reorganize many of their businesses, and part of that is this Tata Coffee. Tata Coffee actually has 2-3 businesses. One is the plantation business and the second is the consumer business. So they are going to demerge the plantation business, make it a separate company, and the consumer business will be merged with Tata Consumer Products. The National Company Law Tribunal has given approval for the scheme of arrangement between TCL, TBFL, TCPL on 10th of November 2023 and 31st October 2023 respectively. As a result of this, the shares of Tata Coffee Limited will be suspended from trading on the stock exchanges from January 15, 2023. Shares will be credited as fully paid up to the member of Tata Consumer Limited whose names appear in the register of members as on the record date. Such shares will be issued in demat form only and not in physical share certificate. In simple, Tata Group wants to simplify its food and beverage business and consolidate so that they get scale and they can become much bigger. Like this, there will be multiple activities that every corporate takes. When these things happen, again, please remember that company secretaries are the first people who are part of this process, apart from chartered accountants and lawyers. So chartered accountants, lawyers, company secretaries, this trio is what takes the Indian corporate world forward, and the scope is very huge. So that was this week's Company Secretary News. Thanks a lot for joining, and once again, please do subscribe, please do share it with your friends, and please stop listening to all the students who are spreading rumors, spreading negative comments without any proof, with zero proof. And I want to thank them, because it is because of those negative comments and those students who are so negative in their life that we got inspired that let us show proof, let us show development, let us show how the Indian economy is growing, how the profession of company secretary is growing every week, step by step. So every week we are growing, every week the opportunities are growing, and this way we'll have a very great future. It has already happened in the last 20 years, which I personally have seen from my time when the first time I got to know about CS course, and this is going to have even more effect in the next 20 years. Our profession has grown greatly in last 20 years, and it will do so in the next 20 years also, and I hope this weekly show will give you that news every week to get you inspired. Thank you very much. I will see you in the third episode of Company Secretary News.